Isang nakakabahalang senaryo ang pinag-uusapan ngayon ng buong bayan. Totoo nga ba ang mga usap-usapan na itatakas umano si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos palabas ng bansa o sa isang tagong lugar? Kasunod nito ay ang matinding pasabog ni Vice President Sara Duterte, kung saan harap-harapan niyang ibinuko ang isang masamang plano at grabe umanong traidoran sa loob mismo ng palasyo. Ayon sa mga tsismis sa politika, may mga taong nakapaligid sa Pangulo na nagmamanipula ng sitwasyon para sa kanilang sariling pakinabang, at ito ang hindi pinalampas ng Vice Presidente. Galit na galit umano si Sara sa mga hakbang na ito na naglalagay sa alanganin hindi lang ang Pangulo, kundi ang buong Pilipinas. Marami tuloy ang nagtatanong, sino ang mga nasa likod ng maitim na planong ito? Ligtas nga ba si sa kamay ng kanyang mga malalapit na kaalyado, o kailangan na ng direktang interbensyon mula sa taong bayan? Ang revelasyong ito ay nagdudulot ng matinding kaba at pag-aalala. Patuloy naming babantayan ang mga kaganapan, kaya manatiling nakatutok.
Sal niya, hindi siya familiar. Paano ba yan? May problema tayo dyan. Ha? Meron ho tayong problema dyan, mga kababayan. Parang maging ho atang itong ating law bender. Diskumpiyado na mai-impeach si VP Sara dyan sa impeachment na yan. Kasi kung malakas ang kaso laban dito kay VP Sara, anak ng tokwa, hindi na ho tayo aabot dyan, matagal nang pinagbutungan yan. Pero base sa ating nakikita, kasi yung mga pag-uusapan dito, kung sa Senado ho yan, naku, hindi pwede yan. Kahit sa impeachment trial, hindi ho pwede yan. Yung ura-urada, isasumpi na ilalabas lahat ng document, hindi ho pwede yan.
Yes, sir.
Ayun na nga mga kababayan, ang naging ambush interview dito kay Boying Remulla. Ngayon naman ho mga kababayan, dumako ho tayo dito kay Terry Ridon. Terry, Gabe.
Mga reports, no? Relating to the accounts of transactions of Vice President Sara Duterte and Attorney Man Scarpio. Can we refer to the cover letter first? And we'd like you to read it in full for the benefit of everyone.
Right, the Executive Director Buenaventura is directed to read the letter.
Yeah.
That is in relation to the submission of the documents.
Subject subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum issued by the House of Representatives Committee on Justice in relation to the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte. This refers to the issuance of the House of Representatives Committee on Justice of the subpoena ad testificandum et duces tecum in relation to the verified complaints for impeachment against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte, requiring the Anti-Money Laundering Council or AMLC to bring on or before 22 April 2026, 10 a.m., the original or certified true copies of all reports of covert transactions and suspicious transactions.
Walang kwenta. Ano na tayo, rekta na ho tayo. Lipad na ho agad tayo dun sa tanungan nitong si Redon at nitong si Ate tuloy. Itong si itong taga-AMLA. Game.
And Manasseh Scarpio. We also provide the following summary.
Summary, ayan. Yan ang pinaka-importanting slides. Diba? Yan ang pinaka-importanting slide.
For Sara Duterte Carpio, number of CTRs 313, number of STR 17, total amount involved 3,772,760,972 pesos and 48 centavos.
Yan ang nga ho ba pinapaliwanag natin doon sa ating mga nagdaang video. Basta merong naglabas-masok, isinend ni itong si VP Sara dito sa anak niya, pang-allowance niya, tapos yung pera na yun sumobra, ibinalik. Lahat ho yun, i-compute, ito-total ho yun. Naglabas-pasok. It doesn't matter. Itong bangko na to, meron akong 2 bangko, linipat ko meron akong 50,000, linipat ko sa isang account, lumabas. Nagbago isip ko, ilinipat ko na naman sa isang account, 50,000. So yung isang 50,000 na yon, binilang base sa inflow at outflow na yan na 100,000. Kaya ang figure na yan, napakalaking kabalbalan na naman. Okay, nakuha niyo ho ba yung mga kababayan? Hindi naman sa pag-ano ha, itong AMLA na to, sa bagay, magkakaano lahat kayo, darating ang panahon na ika nga pananagutan nyo lahat ng kababuyan nyo na yan. Okay? Yung pinaliwanag natin, meron akong 50,000. Okay, 50,000. Pinalabas ko yung 50,000 ko, pinambili ko ng materyales sa aking business. Okay, pinagbili ko. Lahat, todo, 50,000. Pinambili ko. Kita ko yun Kita ko. O iro-roll ko ulit. Bibili ako ng panibagong materyales. Nabili ko, 50,000 lumabas. O nabilang ng AMLA yun as 50,000. O kumita ako, naging pera yung mga materyales na yon. Ipapasok ko ulit sa bangko ko kasi araw-araw nagre-remit yun. Yung 50,000 na yon, bumalik, nasa 60,000. Pinasok ko sa bangko, di ba? Outflow. O nag-inflow ulit. Magkano na yung pera pumasok? From 50,000, naging 110,000. Pero yung initial na pera na lumabas lang talaga, 50,000. Ganyan ho tayo gagawin ng mga yan. Yung initial na money na lumabas, 50,000 lang. Pero dahil binilang yung inflow at saka outflow, yung 50,000, dahil nga ginamit sa business, lumabas na parang dumoble. Nakuha niyo ba mga kababayan? Ngayon gusto ipakita ang framing na naratibo, bilyonaryo si Sara Duterte. Hindi. Makikita yan sa kanyang statement of asset, liabilities, and net worth, sa kanyang salin. Hindi sa inflow at outflow ng kanilang mga bank accounts. Nakuha niyo ba? Nakuha mo ba ng lahat? Baka kasi may mabudol itong si Terry doon
Total amount of inflow, 1,832,539,360 pesos and 45 centavos. Total amount of outflow, 1,211,365,529 pesos and 75 centavos. For Manasseh Scorpio, number of CTRs, 317, number of STRs, 16, total amount involved, 2,998,466,740 and 47 centavos. Total amount of inflow, 2,592,904, 2,592,904,434 pesos and 24 centavos. Total amount of outflow, 343,315,781 pesos and 7 centavos. Total for both, 630, number of CTRs, 630, number of STRs, 33, total amount involved, 6,771,227,000.
Kakalungkot ho, talagang wineponaiso ng administrasyon na to. Lahat ng mga mga institusyon, mga organisasyon na kung saan pinagkakatiwalaan, pagka naglabas ng statement, naglabas ng mga dokumento, talagang pinapaniwalaan. Dito ho, hindi. Binaboy ko lahat. Proseso, mga institusyon, ahensya ng pamahalaan, binaboy ho dito sa administrasyon na to. Kawawa Pilipino.
712.95 and 95 centavos. Total amount of inflow, 4,425,443,794 and 69 centavos. Total amount of outflow, 1,554,681,310 and 82 centavos. There are undetermined inflow or outflow transactions based on our system, but we see transaction movement, so we categorize it as undetermined. So that is 791,102,607 and 44 centavos.
Just for the record, ED, are the figures accurate? Yes or no?
As of visibility today, yes.
Are they accurate?
Based on our records, yes.
You're saying yes?
Based on the records,
That's
yes.
for the record.
Madam Chair, wala po yan sa salin
Honorable Shua, do you want to be recognized?
Sinasabi ko lang po, di wow.
Madam
Ito talagang si Joel Chihuahua.
Chair, Madam Chair, if I may be allowed to proceed.
Wait. The floor is with the Honorable Ridon.
Eh di wow.
Thank you for reading for the record the cover letter.
You will be called Vice Chair Dumogan after the Honorable Ridon.
It's not a question, may we be furnished copies of
Yes.
that report submitted for our guidance.
May we direct the COMSEC to please provide copy of the cover letter, at least para mabilis, no? Because the attachments are really voluminous. Kindly provide Justice members copy of the cover letter.
Madam Chair, Madam Chair,
Is
regarding,
this a point of order?
regarding the.
Because the floor is with the Honorable Tino.
Just with regard to the request for copies.
Yes.
Kasi actually kanina pa kahit yung mga SALN, bibigyan daw kami pero hindi rin naman nabigyan pa.
I think the photocopier is in the other building.
Yes, baka pwede po yung e-copy na muna kung meron.
Email.
Baka mas mabilis.
Okay.
Opo.
COMSEC,
Para may reference kami.
kindly send soft copy to the corresponding email accounts of the Justice members of the available documents already. Honorable Ridon, you may proceed.
Okay, ngayon naman po pag-usapan po natin yung mga detalye nito po nga mga transactions po na ito. I have a document with me which is titled Confidential Information Sharing, subject Vice President Sara Duterte and Manasseh R. Carpio. Do you have the same copy, Executive
Yes, Madam
Director
Chair.
Benaventura?
Yeah.
Can we flash the document on the screen, please, Secretariat? So we would want to direct the Executive Director not to read the entirety of it because it is a bit voluminous, but we would want him to read particular portions of it.
Yun lang yun lang talagang medyo sensational at talagang may ika nga pagkakaguluhan ng mainstream media.
I refer you to page 2 of the document, Summary of Transactions. Can you read from that point until
Can we flash the document referred to by the Honorable Ridon? COMSEC, please be directed as well to provide a copy of this summary of transactions to the Justice members.
Can we suspend so that we can flash the document for the benefit of everyone, Madam Chair?
COMSEC, please flash the document, summary of transactions.
Kaso ho ito, kaso. Tagal.
Una sabi niya, covered transaction reports and suspicious transaction reports. Pag sinabi po pang covered, nasabi niyong may basihan. Tama po ba o mali?
Tama po. Ito po yung lahat ng transaction kapag nireport ng bangko, kailangan lagpas 500,000 pesos.
At pag sinabing covered, Madam Chair, ang ibig po ba sabihin nun ay tiningnan niyo pero merong basihan or justifiable na legal ang transaksyon na ito? Tama po ba o hindi? Covered transaction reports.
Sa report lang po ng bangko sa amin, hindi po namin ma-determine at that point.
Okay. When we say suspicious transaction reports, ano po ba, Madam Chair, ang pagkakaiba ng covered transaction reports vis-a-vis suspicious transaction reports?
So, unang-una po, yung suspicious transaction reports, wala po siyang halaga. It can be below 500,000, maaari pong 10,000, 20, 30, 50. Maaari din pong sobrang laki, lumagpas din ng 500,000. Pero ang pinagkaiba po niya sa suspicious transaction, ang tinitingnan po natin or ng covered person or ng bangko na nagre-report, meron bang mga kahinahinala na mga transaction or galaw doon sa kanyang galaw nung kliyente niya. So kasama na po dito yung mga nabanggit ko kanina na enumeration na nabanggit po kanina nung nagtanong po. Pero nagbigay rin po ako ng halimbawa na medyo madali masundan. Halimbawa nga po yung kung meron pumasok o lumabas na pera pero walang malinaw na basihan or pinanggalingan or fondasyon kung bakit meron kang ganitong transaksyon.
Yeah. If the Secretariat is not yet ready, Madam Chair, may I proceed to my next clarificatory question? Nakasaad kanina sa cover letter nyo ang sinabi nyong financial intelligence reports. Can the Honorable Representative from AMLAC define what a financial intelligence report means?
Ang Financial Intelligence Report po ay isang report na ginagawa ng aming mga analyst na kinukuha nila ang mga transactions na na-report sa amin, tinitignan, ina-analyze, meron bang patterns, meron bang galaw na kakaiba, o normal lang ba ito? So, meron po silang mga points of analysis. So, they will prepare this financial investigation report based solely on the reports provided and reported to us by the covered persons like banks.
And these are included in the documents that you have submitted, sir?
Tama
Madam Chair.
po. Meron po kaming naisubmit po.
So, Madam Chair, maybe the Secretariat is already ready?
May we know if the Secretariat is ready to flash the summary of transactions? COMSEC? Not yet ready? Would you like to proceed, Honorable Diaz-Garin?
Let
You're still
me
scanning.
proceed. Kasi nga, hinihintay nga natin yung mga kopya. Kapag sinabing financial intelligence reports, makikita ba natin dito o nakasaad ba dito yung bakit pinagdududahan ng AMLAC yung transaction na ito?
Meron na pong konting analysis po yon. So, maaari pong may...
Yeah, Madam Chair, let me repeat my question. Yung tanong ko po, nakasaad po ba doon sa financial intelligence report kung
Apo.
bakit pinagdududahan ng AMLAC ang transaksyon na ito?
Apo, meron po.
Yeah. Although not directly related, Madam Chair, but in the exercise of their function, may I inquire from AMLAC, ano po ba usually ang mga kausa or the causes kapag kayo ay nagdududa? These are transactions related to what, Madam Chair?
Una-una po is kapag itong transaction na to ay may kinalaman sa mga predicate crimes o yung mga krimen na nakasaad sa AMLA.
Pwede po ba nating himayin, Madam Chair, ano po ba ang sinasabing predicate crime? Magbigay po tayo ng halimbawa.
Sa batas po, may sa Anti-Money Laundering Act, may nakalagay na mga krimen na pinanggagalingan nitong mga proceeds ng mga illegal na activity. At ilan po sa mga predicate crimes na meron tayo ay bribery, corruption, fraud, drugs, kidnapping for ransom, plunder, robbery, extortion, huweteng, masyaw, violation of tax crime.
Income, kunyari, income galing sa negosyo, yan po ba covered ng suspicious or covered transaction o hindi?
Kapag po lumagpas ng 500,000 yung isang transaksyon, ire-report po yun as covered transaction.
Pero tinitingnan nyo kung siya ba napasok bilang income sa mga negosyo na nakasaad.
Ang bangko po yung unang nakakakita nun dahil sila po yung may kliyente doon sa individual na yun at yung bangko po yung nagre-report sa amin.
And in other words, again, is the Secretariat ready or not yet?
They are ready.
Okay, I submit, Madam Chair.
We are temporarily suspending the clarificatory questions of the Honorable Garin to give back the floor to Honorable Terry Ridon. Please flash the document summary of transactions.
Thank you, Madam Chair. May we request the Executive Director to read number 2 to number 7 of this particular report.
Summary of transactions. VP Sara's accounts generated a total of 371 large transactions and 30 suspicious transactions from 13 October 2005 to 20 January 2026, with transaction amounts reaching as high as 55.158 million. Additionally, transactions involving other parties' accounts wherein VP Sara was identified as the beneficiary and or counterparty comprised 15 large transactions and 1 suspicious transaction from 20 June 2006 to 2 April 2025, with amounts reaching up to 7.44 million. Historical trend of transaction reports. A review of the AMLC database records show a total of 417 transactions amounting to approximately 3.92 billion from 2005 to 2026, reflecting substantial financial activity over a long period. Transaction activity was relatively limited in the earliest years, with only 1 transaction recorded in 2005, 540,000, before increasing significantly starting 2007, when transaction values surged to 208.15 million. Financial movements intensified between 2009 and 2013, with consistently high annual totals exceeding 400 million, including notable peaks in 2009, 704.92 million, 2010, 648.58 million, and 2011, 597.15 million. Activity gradually moderated from 2014 onward, with annual transaction values generated ranging between 40 million and 85 million, except for smaller movements in 2023, 4.78 million, and 2025, 1.06 million. A moderate uptick was again observed in 2024, 13.45 million, before declining in 2025 and early 2026, indicating reduced financial activity in the most recent period.
Kindly read the year-on-year amounts and number of transactions from 2005 to 2026, and also the grand total before proceeding.
Year 2005, number of transactions 1, amount 540,000. 2006, number of transactions 12, 185,485,299.4 pesos and 42 centavos. 2007, number of transactions 14, 208,154,545 pesos and 99 centavos.
Before proceeding, I'd like to state for the record that the net worth of the Vice President, as stated in the SALN for 2007, is only 7.250 million. Please proceed.
2008, number of transactions 7, 46,901,376. 2009, 27 transactions.
Before proceeding, I'd like to state for the record that for 2008, the net worth of the Vice President, as stated in her 2008 SALN, was only 18.493 million pesos. Please proceed. 2009.
2009, number of transactions 27, amount 704,928,792 and pesos and 32 centavos.
We would like to state for the record that for 2009, the net worth of the Vice President then was 18.281 million, as stated in her 2009 SALN. Please proceed.
Those manifestations are noted by the committee.
2010, number of transactions 34, amount 648,582,662.40.
Before proceeding, I'd like to state for the record that for 2010, the net worth of the Vice President then was 16.242 million, as stated in her 2010 SALN. Please proceed.
Manifestation is noted.
For 2011, number of transactions 26, 597,152,536 pesos and 97 centavos.
I'd like to state for the record that for 2011, the SALN net worth of the Vice President was 14.271 million as stated in her 2011 SALN.
Manifestation is noted.
In
Please proceed.
2012, number of transactions 15, the amount 407,875,524 and 23 centavos.
Before proceeding, we'd like to state for the record that the net worth of the Vice President for 2011 was 14,271,000,000 as stated in her 2011 SALN. Please proceed.
Manifestation is noted.
2012, number of transactions 15, amount 407,875,524 pesos and 23 centavos. For 2013, number of transactions 14, amount 406,864,909 pesos and 28 centavos. 2014, number of transactions 15, amount is 252,427,031 pesos and 76 centavos. 2015, number of transactions 25, amount 85,141,813. 2016, number of transactions 13, amount 46,407,353 and 81 centavos. 2017, number of transactions
Before proceeding, we'd like to state for the record that the net worth of the Vice President in 2016 was 34,895,000 as stated in her 2016 SALN. Please proceed.
In 2017, there are 22 transactions amounting 46,391,903 pesos and 32 centavos.
If I may interrupt, this is only up to 2015, the table which is shown on the screen.
On the other side po, Madam Chair.
To be clear, there's a third column po.
Yes, you may proceed, Honorable Ridon.
No, we can flash the table again.
Kindly flash the table.
No, to be clear po, there's a column, next column po. You can see 2016 in the next column.
The next column after 2015
Yeah.
should be 2016. Secretariat, please.
No, it's flashed on the screen, Madam Chair. It's correct. We can go back to that particular slide.
Is it on the right? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's correct, Madam Chair.
It's on the right side, 2016.
Yes. Are you done stating 2017 or no? Not yet.
2017, 22 transactions, 46,391,903 pesos and 32 centavos.
Before proceeding, Madam Chair, we'd like to state for the record that the net worth of the Vice President then for 2017 was 44,828,000 as stated in her 2017 SALN. Please proceed.
Manifestation is noted.
2018, number of transactions 26, amount 48,717,694 pesos and 84 centavos.
Before proceeding, we'd like to state for the record that the net worth of the Vice President then was 49,699,000 as stated in her 2018 SALN. Madam Chair, please proceed.
Manifestation is noted.
In 2019, number of transactions 34, the amount is 60,231,229 pesos and 77 centavos.
Before proceeding, we'd like to state for the record that the 2019 net worth of the Vice President was 55,613,000 as stated in her 2019 SALN. It is further noted that it was stated that she had no cash or deposits in that particular 2019 SALN. Please proceed.
Manifestation is noted.
In 2020, there are 29...
Madam Chair, can I...
Honorable Diaz Suarez.
I just didn't catch the manifestation of Kong Terry. Can you repeat that statement again?
Honorable Ridon.
Further, we state for the record that for 2019, it was stated there that there was no cash on hand or there was no cash deposits in our 2019 SALN. Madam Chair.
Am I right to hear no cash deposits?
No cash deposits.
In
No
her
cash
SALN.
advance in the SALN.
Thank you very
Madam
much
Chair.
for that clarification, Madam Chair.
Please proceed, ED, for 2020, please.
For 2020, number of transactions 29.